Thank you so much for tuning in. Mr. Mitsubishi here. In today's video, we'll check out this. This is 2024 fully loaded Outlander GT gas version, and it has this light gray or white interior. That's one of the best things that has happened with the Outlander, that they added this light gray or white interior. Looks really cool. And in this video, we'll have a look, a closer in-depth look in the first, second, and third row. It looks really cool. Let's check it out. And let's open the door and check out the first row first, and then we'll move on to the second and third row. It looks very, very cool. I gotta say, this light gray interior is the way to go, and especially this white diamond exterior mixed together with this light gray or white interior looks really cool. As we open the door, we already can see this diamond stitching and contrast. It gives you this luxurious feel to it, no doubt about it. And then now we have a look at the driver's seat and the passenger seat armrest. The front panel looks really cool. Of course, the sunroof makes it extra, gives you extra light and everything else. So as we jump in, let's see how we feel right here. Let's close the door. From the driver's point of view, we can feel and see this is where, this light gray and white stands out. So we have this diamond stitching, the panel for sure. We can notice how this two-tone, compared to just black, stands out a lot more. We have these side lines right here that are light gray as well, and the armrest. Overall, when you're inside of the Outlander, for sure you have this brighter feel when you sit in this light gray interior compared to all black. Of course, a lot of people, from practical reasons, they say this light gray gets dirty faster and everything else. Of course, true. It needs more maintenance, but depending on your habits and everything else, could be a good choice. I really like this contrast. I think that's one of the best things about it. We have light gray here, black here, and then with Outlander GT, you have this LED light coming on in the nighttime, so that gives you extra this kind of upscale feel to it. And of course, the front panel as well. You have this nice light gray contrasting with this piano gloss right here and the panel right there. And if you kind of glance over to this side from your driver's point of view, you can see diamond stitch seats, diamond stitch here. Looks really, really cool. And we start the car. This graphic comes on, which kind of matches the entire theme of the vehicle as well. Okay, very cool intro graphic. I really like that a lot. Now we checked out the driver's seat, or the first row. The first row, by the way, does come with 2 memory positions for the driver. On gas version, there's nothing for the passenger, only for the driver. You have driver 1 and driver 2. You can set that and you're good to go. So now it's time to check out the second row, and then we'll have a look at the third row. Second row is a very cool row to be in as well. It's good for many reasons, and we'll go over that in a second here. Now, first of all, as we open the door, we can see the same contrast as with the front door. We have this light gray versus the black, and this one also has the sunshade. This is Canadian spec GT, so it's fully loaded. Does come with this sunshade. And as we look right here, we can see how same diamond stitch theme we have throughout the second row as well. And then we have these pockets that we can put on phones or books or whatever we would want to put in there. We have that option. Then the seats itself, so we do have this 60-40 split. So this part right here is one part, and then that part is the second part, and we can fold down like this if we want to, flip it up. We can also adjust the recline level for this seat, and we also can shift it forth and back a little bit, right? So we have this lever right here. We pull it up like that, and we can slide it back and forward. So depending if we need extra room in the back right there, or we might need to put some larger bag or whatnot, we can do that easily here. And if we need to slide it back, we just lift it up, slide it back, that's it. And again, we can see how that seat is reclined. This one is a little bit upright. We do have this option if we want to. Then again, this middle part right here, we can choose what we do with it, right? So we can have either as a third row seat right here, or we flip it down like this, and we have armrest with 2 cup holders. Once you flip it down like this, you do have an empty hole here. Again, if you go, I don't know, like skiing, snowboarding, or just have extra bags, you can put that here. Or if you go on road trips, you can stack your snacks and drinks over there, so you can have like this extra space right here. And then if you need snacks or drinks, you can just you know, grab it from the bag right there. Flip it up, and there you go. It's your third row seat again, with you know, seat belt and everything else. Everything else is proper. As we jump in and sit right here, second row is definitely one of my favorite places to be in the new Outlander. So we can see how nice it looks. It gives you this nice bright feel, especially with the glass panoramic sunroof being open like this. It, by the way, has the shade that you can close down if you don't want to have the shade, but today is not a very sunny day, so that's why it's okay to have this open. There's no direct sunlight beaming, no extra warm coming in the cabin, so we want it to be open. But we can see all the fine detail with stitching and the diamond stitched pattern, contrast and everything else. Really, really cool. This one being the GT, you do have heated seats in the back, and you also can adjust your climate temperature right here from the back of the vehicle. When we're inside the vehicle, of course, we do have this extra privacy screen or sun protector that we can put on. Actually, you know, holds a lot of like sun, like when you have the sun coming through. If you put this, it actually helps a lot to reflect that summer heat coming in. So it's good thing to have. You can see those pockets, really cool. Lots of headroom, lots of leg room, so we're good in that part. We have these reading lights right here we can turn on and off, and then we have these coat hangers here, grab handles, all 4 of them. We have it right here. Also a good thing to have. I really like, as we exit, this you know, button right here. It looks really cool how it's aluminum like that. Okay, so this was the second row that we checked out. Now let's have a look at the third row. And this is where we check out the third row, also together with the trunk space, because those two things go hand in hand. Here's the reason why. We have third row seats that can be folded down like that or fitted upright, depending if you need it to be a 7-passenger vehicle or you are okay with just only 5. So in a second here, we'll lift the seats up, but right now we'll have a look how much trunk space we have. And this one here, we have the cargo cover. Not a lot of people care about it. If you don't care about it, you can always put it back in here, right? So there's a good spot for that. So you have headrests right here, and then you can kind of like tuck it in right here and you put it away. But if you're actually using it, then you can very easily flip it over like this, and then oops, got tangled between the seat belt right there. It's hard to do these things with only one hand. So having 2 hands is helpful. Okay, there we go. Now we have this all covered, right? So it's good to have this extra protection from, you know, seeing it from the outside. If you don't care about it, like I said, you can just simply remove it and put it either in your garage or underneath here. This is where the headrests are for the seat, for the third row seat. Now, this is so much about the trunk space when it's fold down and what we have here. And now let's lift those seats up and we'll see how they look. And to lift the third row seats up is quite easy. There's these straps right here. You just pull them up like this and you have one up, and then you pull the second one and you have the second one up. And again, same thing like with the second row seats. You can actually adjust the recline level. Again, this is very, very useful if your vehicle is fully packed with, you know, all the stuff and everything else, and you just need it for different, you know, applications and everything else. So the headrests, they have to be put in manually. So you just take one of them and you just put it in like this. Put it on. Okay, there we go. Put it in and you have the headrest. Same goes for the other one. If you want to fold it down, you got to take this out, and that's how you can fold down the headrest. So when it comes to space, if you want to realistically use the third row for transporting people, you'll need to push forward the second row a little bit. I just showed you in that video how to do it. You just push it forward. There's a little bit more legroom for that. Also for the third row, which is very cool, you do have these cup holder spots. So, you know, if you want to grab a coffee or a drink and use the cup holder, you can definitely do so for the third row as well. Overall, very good, very practical to have these seats that you can fold down or remove it up like this. And as a last thing, I just want to show you how much space you have if you fold everything down, the third row, the second row, and see how that would look. And this is what we can achieve space-wise if we fold down the second and third row. I mean, the amount of space you get is huge. Some people go camping and sleep in here. Some people put large TVs and transport. If you move, you can put a lot of stuff in there. If you go camping, you can put a lot of stuff in there. Visually, you can see how this is such a big space. And you, again, fold it down second and third row. Obviously, the backs of the seats are black, so if you put some bags that might be a little bit dirty, anything like that, you're not going to sacrifice the light gray interior, so that part is good. So we have everything black, everything is soft here, so you're not going to scratch up. Even if you have here a little bit more you know, fragile items, that part is covered. So Mitsubishi has thought of that. But just sheer amount of space and volume you can put in here right now, it's incredible. And it's almost flat surface, which is cool again. And you have these tow hooks right here, and then you have some, like, you know, on the other side as well. You can fasten your cargo if you need to. You have some hooks right here. A lot of that stuff is found throughout the vehicle, some right here, so you can fasten real good if you have some stuff that you don't want to move around too much. So there we go. This is a third row and second row fold down flat, and just shows you how much cargo volume you have. Very, very cool. And this one, because it has no chip shortages again, and this is the GT model, top of the line, this one has the kick motion as well, so we can just kick the vehicle like this and you'll have the tailgate close. There we go. We just checked out this beautiful 2024 Outlander gas version, white diamond with black roof, light gray interior, beautiful spec. Such a great vehicle, such a great interior. Thank you so much for checking out this video. See you next time around.